making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Paying for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, paying for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Let the show home, just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, you know, and it could be different.
So anybody in my age group, I'm 44 years old, we all know about Hewlett Packard. It's one of the first printing devices we knew about growing up, HP, right? They were the creme de la creme. But from an investment standpoint, the past few years, not so much. But this year, they've grown dramatically. They're up by over 171%. And this week, as the market went crashing down because of them putting AI into their products, them having AI in their software, them now doing AI in everything that they do, they are scaling like crazy. Look at the chart. Year to date, as we said, up over 100%. And they took a dive, right, from June 1st to June 4th. But look at here, even with that dive, they're still up by 12%. So theoretically speaking, we're able to buy this at a 5% discount. Because just a few days ago, it was at $63, and now today it's at $49. So we're able to buy something that's been growing like crazy, but also buy it at a discount. Now, you compare that to the stock market. The NASDAQ being down by over 4% this week. The S&P 500 being down by over 2%. And the Russell 2000 being down by over 3%. My friends, this is a huge investment opportunity. If we think AI is here to stay, HP might be the plug. If we think AI is going to allow us to tell us when to change our cartridges from an ink standpoint, and then order for us, that's going to save us money. That's going to save HP money. Everybody wins. So not a recommendation, but HP has the ability, in my opinion, to continue to grow. It might hit $100 a share by the end of the year. If so, you buying it at a 5% discount today is great. So the stock of the week up by 12%, when the NASDAQ is down by 4%, HP. But then, my friends, it's stocks that just cannot get it right. At least that's what we think. Getting it right means having bad weeks. And this stock in particular has had many bad weeks this year, but it's still up dramatically. And what is that? That is Micron, symbol MU, one of the stocks of the year. But if you look at things from a week-to-week standpoint, you're going to say one of the worst performing stocks. This, my friends, is the bad stock of the week, but it might be an opportunity of your investment lifetime. I'm right now using a camera. It takes memory. Business owners, this one's for you. You see, you're working hard every single day. But here's the real question. Is your money working as hard as you are? I'm running a webinar, and it's built for business owners like you who want to grow, who want to learn how to do real estate deals with no money out their pocket, how to invest with intention, and how to structure the business so it exactly builds wealth instead of just keeping you busy. So the goal is simple. Let's build income that keeps moving even when you're not. So the work you do today is still paying you tomorrow. This isn't theory. It's a roadmap for people who are serious about doing more and keeping more. Now, spots are limited, so click here or here. We hope to see you during our webinar. Now, back to the episode. Who is one of the biggest providers from a memory standpoint? Micron. As we have more AI, as we have more cloud-based services, we need memory because that memory allows us to keep things. The days of having everything on a server or a hard drive is gone. Those little chips, those memory chips, Micron is an infrastructure play around it. So when you have a memory chip, Micron has their feet in that water. But this week, they were down like crazy. Look at the chart. Now you're thinking to yourself, the market was down by 4%. This went down by almost 12. I'm not investing in this. It's worse to the market. Well, look what's happened so far, my friends. First off, it's up by 173%. So if I had $100,000, I've made almost $300,000 with this stock. Well, look what happened. It went at $437 down to $373. It went down by 25% already this year. And also it went from $461 all the way down to $321. Another 20% decline this year. Also, it went from $800 a share down to $681, another almost 20% decline. My friends, what stock you know goes down by 20% 3 times in a 6-month time period, but still up by 173%? 170% for the year. Yes, it's down by 11% as we look at the chart. Yes, it's down by 11%. But my friends, this screams opportunity. Chips are here to stay. Memory is needed, and as more things get off of these hard, big devices and servers and get these small chips from memory standpoint, Micron is going to continue to lead the way, in my opinion. Not recommendation, information. Close of the market, we invested Micron in every single client account because it went down by 11%. Will it go down by more? Possibly. If so, another investment opportunity to continue to buy low. If it gets back to where it was, 11% down, it's 22% up. If it takes a month, my clients made 22% in 1 month, doubling what the stock market does on average each year. So the bad stock of the week is Micron, but the great opportunity for you is maybe buying Micron at this price because it's already showed 3 different times this year, it goes down by almost 20%. And each time it did that, it recovered and then some. So the bad stock of the week, Micron. Now, my friends, we're going to go over opportunity stock. Now, typically I do a stock, but I'm going to show you guys a ETF, an exchange traded fund that might be right now an opportunity of your investment lifetime. The reason why we invest in an index fund, we invest in a pool of the stocks. We're not picking the good stocks. We're not picking the bad stocks. We're investing in that pool. You also have leveraged ETFs that are index funds, but they do 2 or 3 times as good. Well, one index fund has done 3 times as good as the market, but since the NASDAQ went down by 4%, this index fund went down by 12% this week, and it might be an investment opportunity of your lifetime because you're able to get into an index at a very, very low price where we are today. And that, my friends, is symbol TQQQ. Now, this chart is a very nice chart, even though it went down like crazy for the year.
Before we get back into it, let me ask you a quick question. What did they teach you about money in school? Nothing. Same here. That's exactly why I built our school community. It's where I break down the stuff nobody bothered teaching us. How to exactly keep more of our money instead of handing it over to the IRS every April 15th. How to understand strategies before buying property, and how to think about investing and not actually guessing, but executing. This is the kind of financial literacy that changes how you see your money and how your future pans out. Look, I'm not gatekeeping any of this. It's all inside of our school community. The lessons, the breakdowns, the people on the same journey as you. But you gotta be in a room to get in. So scan the QR code right here and right here and come inside and learn with us. Your future itself is gonna thank you for it. We'll see you inside our school community. Now back to the episode.
The reason why is because, yes, Micron went up like crazy. Hewlett Packard went up by crazy, but they're stocks. And no one really can pick the good stocks or the bad stocks. We can't pick the winners or losers. That's why people say index funds are the safest way to invest in the stock market. But you have an opportunity to be in an index fund, but get 3 times the growth. On the flip side, if it goes down, then you get 3 times the loss. And for people in it this week, it was horrible because they're down by almost 15%. Not good. But being down by 15 means it gets back to where it was. That's almost a 30% gain. Do we think the market's going to recover? Of course. When is the market going to recover? We don't know. But from here, if we know when the market recovers, we get a 30% gain on our money. Isn't that good? When I say the market, I don't mean a stock here or stock there. I mean the actual NASDAQ, right? Because its benchmark is QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100. The NASDAQ index. We have an opportunity of an investment lifetime buying something that's in the uptrend right now, but had a massive correction quick. The past year, up by 96%. The past 5 years, up by 138%. My friends, incredible growth. But the question is, are we going to take advantage of it? Typically during downturns, especially these leveraged index funds, people see the drop so quick and they say, you know what? Nah, I'll get into a regular index fund, which is okay because risk is all personal depending on your situation. But the reward sometimes outweighs the risk if you can stomach that drop. So for individuals who can stomach the drop in price, even if it goes down by more, TQQQ might be the investment opportunity of your lifetime because you're able to buy an index at a deeply discounted price.
Just a quick minute for my business professionals out there watching. If you're a financial advisor, insurance agent, or CPA, and you're building your business, you're already delivering value to your clients. But what if you could deliver more and get paid? That's our estate planning platform, the Relax Estate, where you have attorney-created documents like trust, wills, power of attorneys that your clients can set up through software, and you white label it as if it's your own. Your brand, your clients, but a new stream of revenue. You're already in the room with people who need this. You can offer it like an expert without having a legal background, and you still get paid. If you're not growing and you want to grow, this is how you add value and add income at the same time. Click here or here for the QR code, and we look forward to helping you with the Relax Estate.
Yes, the market was overbought. This was due to happen, but you now being in something that went down dramatically because of the overbought status allows you to make way more money if it goes back up. Not if, then when, but past performance does not guarantee future results. So the question for you, are you going to take the opportunity? Are you going to invest in TQQQ when it's down like crazy? Are you going to invest in Micron when it's down like crazy? Are you going to put a little bit in Hewlett Packard because of it being down by 5%, but using AI for everything being on the upswing? This is why we made the stocks of the week, because when things are looking bleak, we have the unique opportunity to still make money. Again, up to our mixer. So on Friday, we have our mixer. On Saturday, we have our implementation mine. And on Sunday, we are actually giving people opportunity to invest passively. So thank you so much for my mentees and my students and my partners here in Miami with me this weekend. For you guys, as always, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. We had our commercials throughout this YouTube, so you have the opportunity to join our mentorship. But if you want to, click either here or here for the QR code to join our mentorship so you can have passive profits when you make money in your sleep, not on your feet. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Thank you for executing, and thank you for our over 105,000 followers on YouTube. Bear with me, and prayerfully we'll get to 250,000 soon. Let's make some painful profits together, y'all. Peace.